I I'm afraid that forever, every time Epstein's name is mentioned, Andrew is going to be mentioned alongside him, and that looks like a forever situation. So even though the photographs, or there's a photograph of Andrew, I think with Bill Gates amongst the pictures released, and it's just a perfectly normal picture, but it's still included because he, the way that his association with Epstein has actually completely destroyed his life and probably destroyed the life of his family. So, it is quite a monumental thing. And of course, Trump is always included, but that's more of a political thing. Um, but Andrew is very, very much in the headlights of this situation. And sometimes people are saying, why isn't Clinton mentioned more and a lot of the other people involved? But Andrew is the name that really rings bells with people. And I think it pricks their interest that a member of the royal family could get himself into such a dire situation. And I don't think it's ever going to leave us. And I think probably Andrew realizes that now himself. Well, I mean, Andrew is never ever going to escape these chains of Epstein now. Absolutely not. And every time something comes up, his name is mentioned, and I think it always will be. It will always be the scandal that brought down a member of the royal family, more than a scandal that perhaps brought down a former president or anyone else. It's really Andrew that has been crushed by this, and of course, it's affected him, and it's affected very much affected his daughters. I mean, the Princess Beatrice's youngest daughter was christened on Friday, um, and they still, it was still Andrew that had to creep in the back way to the Chapel Royal, to make sure that he wasn't photographed. I mean, it's a very, very unpleasant situation for everyone that's remotely concerned with this. And I think people have an inkling of sympathy, because I think people felt that enough is enough, that Andrew had been attacked and destroyed and thrown on the rubbish heap. And really, and now he was being kicked. And I think a lot of people felt, a bit of sympathy for him, because he's had such a rough time out of it. And of course, he still denies that he actually did anything wrong. So we must remember that Andrew still says that he was not involved in any way with Virginia Giuffre. But the more he says that, the more ridiculous it seems, because of course she says he was, and there is that famous photograph of them together. I think that Andrew should try and keep to his word. And he did say he would help charities that were involved in protecting women in very difficult situations, and concentrate on women that have been abused. But he's done, to our knowledge anyway, he's absolutely done nothing about it. And I don't really know if he will in the future. I think his life has to change even more radically than it has already. And we presume that he will be living in seclusion at Sandringham. But I mean, he can't remain a prisoner in his house. He has to be able to go out and about to a certain extent. So, what his life is going to be like is, of course, nobody really knows, least of all him. I would imagine that Andrew would be feeling frustrated and just resigned to this awful fact that every time that anything to do with Epstein is mentioned, he is there. I mean, he must be resigned to it now, but it still must be a fairly desperate feeling and a desperate situation. But I mean, if he's got any sense, he just will avoid, um, looking at any of this, because it's not going to do him any good, and it's like a trap that he can't get out of. So the best thing to do is for him to make his life bearable when he's in this trap, and that certainly is for the foreseeable future.